you. They're Mark and Sam's favorite. I just made a few extras.
Yes.
While working on One Day at a Time, production faced numerous setbacks, conflicts, and disagreements that challenged the cast and crew. The show, which first aired on CBS on December 16, 1975, centered around Bonnie Franklin as a single mother managing her household, and teenage daughters portrayed by Mackenzie Phillips and Valerie Bertinelli. Despite the show's popularity, behind-the-scenes tensions often flared, fueled by tight schedules, creative differences, and personality clashes. Franklin, known for her strong work ethic, sometimes clashed with producers over storylines, while Phillips and Bertinelli occasionally argued over their characters' development. The cast's differing opinions led to heated discussions, and there were instances of arguments that disrupted filming. Equipment malfunctions, tight deadlines, and script revisions added to the stress, making production sessions tense. Despite these issues, the show's cast managed to deliver relatable stories that connected emotionally with viewers. However, ongoing disputes and challenges created a complicated working environment that tested everyone involved. The battles on set sometimes took a toll on morale, but ultimately could not diminish the show's success. Throughout its run, the cast and crew endured these struggles, striving to keep the series on track and maintain its quality amid the disagreements and troubles faced during production.
It was not built in a day, all right? I mean, I bet it took that guy 10 years to come up with plop, plop, fish, fish.
After moving from their small hometown in Logansport, Indiana, to the larger city of Indianapolis, Ann Romano faces many challenges as a single mother. She is newly divorced and tries to start fresh, but it isn't easy to balance her responsibilities as a parent with her own desire for independence. She lives with her teenage daughters, Julie and Barbara, who both have very different personalities. Julie is rebellious and often questions her mother's rules, while Barbara is quick-witted and always ready with a joke. Ann must figure out how to set boundaries and keep her family together while giving her daughters the freedom they need to grow. The move brings new opportunities but also new problems, and Ann's struggle to be both a good mother and a supportive parent is at the heart of the show. She often finds herself caught between her past and her future, trying to give her daughters a better life than she had while dealing with her own feelings about her divorce. The series highlights the daily real-life struggles of a single mother balancing work, family, and her own hopes, all set against the backdrop of a changing world. It shows how Ann works hard to keep her family united, even when things get difficult, and how her daughters learn to navigate growing up with her constant support. Together, they face the ups and downs of life, learning important lessons about love, independence, and family along the way.
Let's see, eggs, butter, salt. Did I forget anything?
Oh, nothing you can't.
Certainly. In the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, Dwayne Schneider played the role of the building superintendent. He was a supporting character who often interacted with the main characters and added humor to the show. Schneider was known for giving his tenants, especially Ann, unwanted advice. His comments and suggestions sometimes annoyed Ann, but they also helped create funny and memorable moments in the series. Despite his meddlesome nature, Schneider was a familiar and often beloved figure in the building. Ann, the mother in the series, had a lively love life that was featured periodically. At one point, she began dating a divorce lawyer named David Kane. Their relationship grew stronger over time, and eventually they became engaged. The engagement was a happy event in Ann's life, and it seemed like a new chapter was beginning for her. However, on the day of their wedding, things took a surprising turn. David expressed his desire to have children, which was a point of disagreement because Ann did not want to have children. This difference in their future plans caused some tension, and ultimately led to the couple calling off their wedding. The story of Ann's relationship with David and the role of Schneider added depth and realism to the series. It showed how life sometimes brings unexpected changes, and how love can be complicated by differences in life goals. Schneider's constant presence and advice provided comic relief, but also highlighted the dynamics of relationships and the importance of understanding each other's wishes. As the series continued, Ann's love life and her interactions with Schneider remained a central part of the show's charm and storytelling.
That's it.
Building on its focus, the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time centers around the life of Ann and her family as she navigates the challenges of being a single mother, while also pursuing her career. The show delves into her struggles and choices, highlighting the emotional and practical dilemmas she faces daily. Meanwhile, the series explores the experiences of her daughters, Julie and Barbara, as they grow up and encounter the pains of adolescence and young adulthood. The show portrays Julie's journey through high school, her eventual graduation, and her decisions about entering the working world. Similarly, Barbara's path takes her into the future with her own ambitions, culminating in her marriage to a dental student named Mark Royer. As the story progresses, Snyder, who was once just a neighbor or secondary character, becomes a more integral and welcome member of the family, reflecting the warmth and unity that develop over time. Later in the series, Julie faces the significant life event of giving birth to a daughter named Little Annie, demonstrating the new responsibilities she takes on. Barbara, on her part, makes the decision to accept a job opportunity in London, which leads her to leave her daughters in Indianapolis, entrusting them with raising their own families. Throughout the series, character development is key, showing how each member of this family grows, faces hardships, and finds strength in their relationships, emphasizing themes of love, resilience, and the importance of family bonds.
Sisters.
Except when we're brothers.
In the series finale of One Day at a Time, Snyder also leaves town as part of the closing storyline, moving to Florida to take care of his niece and nephew. This development marked the end of the show's journey, wrapping up the characters' stories while also highlighting the changing dynamics among the characters over the seasons. The series was originally titled All About Us, and that title reflected its initial concept, which centered around a single divorced mother raising her daughter. The show's original idea was rooted in real-life experiences, as it was written by Whitney Blake, who drew from her own life and difficulties she faced raising her daughter. Blake's personal experiences added authenticity to the story, making it relatable to many viewers, especially those juggling family responsibilities on their own. Meredith Baxter, who played the mother on the show, was a key part of this original concept, which aimed to depict the everyday struggles and triumphs of single motherhood. Over time, the show evolved from its original focus and became known as One Day at a Time, gaining popularity for its humor and honest portrayal of family life. The shifting titles and themes reflected the show's growth and its ability to adapt to changing circumstances, ultimately making it a beloved series that resonated with many audiences. The original concept, rooted in real-life experiences, helped to shape the show's authentic tone, which continued to be a defining feature throughout its run.
You gonna get a plane tonight, or you're not gonna get a plane tonight?
Yeah, I am. Unless something unforeseen happens.
What do you mean,
After working diligently on her idea for a TV series, she took the bold step of presenting it to all the networks during the 1960s. Despite her efforts, no one showed interest in the concept, and initially, they all believed it was not good enough for television. She envisioned herself and her daughter playing the main roles, hoping that their real family connection would bring authenticity and warmth to the story. However, as time went on and the television industry evolved, she was unable to secure a deal. When CBS finally came into the picture, the network was interested, and Norman Lear, a well-known producer famous for creating groundbreaking shows, decided to option the series. Tragically, by this time, she was too old to take on the role herself. Ironically, by the time the show finally made it to the air, her daughter Meredith Baxter had already gained fame through another successful family TV show. That show was the highly acclaimed family drama created by Aaron Spelling, which became a hit and earned praise from critics. This story of persistence highlights how ideas can be rejected multiple times before finally finding success, especially when industry barriers and timing play a role. It also shows how sometimes, when one door closes, another opens in unexpected ways, leading to different opportunities for those involved. The journey from initial rejection to successful airing reflects the unpredictable nature of television production and the importance of believing in one's ideas despite setbacks.
Belly? We were down at Barney's Cafe there. We were fooling around with these two waitresses. We invited them up to...
Initially, there was tension between Valerie Bertinelli and Mackenzie Phillips during the production of the television series One Day at a Time in 1975. Bertinelli claimed that Mackenzie Phillips was very mean to her during the first season of the show. This friction created some on-set conflicts that made filming difficult at times. However, over time, their relationship improved significantly. The two eventually became very close, developing a strong friendship that lasted beyond the show's run. Bertinelli's support proved especially important after Phillips released her shocking tell-all book, in which she detailed her experiences with incest and sexual abuse. Valerie Bertinelli was one of the few people in Hollywood who stood by Phillips during this difficult time, showing her loyalty and compassion. Their bond grew stronger as they faced these personal challenges together. Despite the initial tensions that marked the early days of the series, Bertinelli and Phillips' friendship became a testament to how even actors with conflicts can find understanding and support. The story of their relationship highlights how relationships can change and deepen over time, especially when facing adversity and sharing personal struggles. Their on-set conflicts and subsequent friendship reflect the complex nature of Hollywood relationships and the power of compassion among friends.
Glad I could finally meet you. You have two delightful daughters, and they were absolutely angels all week.
After the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time gained popularity, it became known not only for its humor, but also for some of the real-life challenges faced by its cast members. By the 1979-80 season, actress Mackenzie Phillips, who played the character Julie, was dealing with significant personal struggles related to drug addiction. Her situation affected her work on the show and drew public attention to her journey. In 1980, she made the decision to enter a rehabilitation program to address these issues. During this time, her character Julie experienced major plot developments. She married Max, and together they decided to move to Houston, which marked a new chapter in her storyline. This move reflected both the show's evolving narrative and Phillips' life changes. In the seventh season, which aired during 1981 and 1982, Phillips made a guest appearance in a two-part episode. Her return to the series was notable because her character Julie and Max faced marital problems, creating a dramatic storyline that resonated with viewers. These episodes provided a glimpse into the struggles of the characters, mirroring some of the actress's personal battles and adding depth and realism to the series. Throughout this period, Mackenzie Phillips' story became intertwined with the show's plot, highlighting her perseverance and the challenges she faced while navigating fame, addiction, and recovery. Her guest appearances also provided fans with a sense of continuity and connection to the character she portrayed.
Francine, Connors and Davenport.
In the final season of One Day at a Time, which was the ninth and last season, a significant incident occurred involving the actress Valerie Bertinelli, who played the character Julie. During this season, episodes 83 and 84, Bertinelli collapsed on the set unexpectedly. Concerned about her health and well-being, the producers asked her to take a urine test to determine if she was under the influence of drugs or experiencing some health issues. However, Bertinelli responded to the request in a blunt and defiant manner by telling the producers that they did not even need to bother with the test because she was not using drugs. Her comment reflected her feelings about the situation and perhaps her frustration with the circumstances on set or her own health concerns at the time. Following this incident, Bertinelli was quietly fired from the show. The producers decided to remove her character from the series permanently, which meant that Julie was written out entirely and did not appear in future episodes. This event marked a significant and dramatic moment in the show's history, bringing an end to Valerie Bertinelli's role and affecting the storyline of the series. The circumstances surrounding her departure remain a notable part of the show's final season, illustrating some of the challenges faced behind the scenes during that time.
The name of the kid my daughter ran away with.
Julie, but
After the TV series One Day at a Time debuted in 1975, Bonnie Franklin, who played the main character Anne Romano, faced some difficulties with the show's direction. She was concerned about how the show was developing during the early episodes, especially after about 15 episodes had aired. Franklin felt that the show's storylines and character development were not aligning with her vision, and she considered leaving the series. Her worries stemmed from her desire to see her character grow in a way that felt authentic and meaningful, and she was unhappy with some of the scripts and the way the show was headed at that point. Recognizing her importance to the series, the producers decided to listen to her concerns. They offered her more creative input into the series, giving her a voice in shaping her character and the storylines. This opportunity reassured her and convinced her to stay with the show. Once she was given this influence, her involvement increased, and she became more satisfied with the direction of One Day at a Time. Her decision to stay helped maintain the series' momentum and contributed to its success, as she was now more engaged and invested in her role. Franklin's concerns reflected her dedication to her craft and her desire to see the show succeed with integrity. Her willingness to negotiate and collaborate with the producers ultimately benefits both her character and the overall series, ensuring it resonated well with audiences.
I'm Barbie Cooper.
Didn't I run into you someplace before?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, wait.
In the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, the character of Jenny underwent some changes before the show was fully developed. Initially, when the pilot was filmed, Jenny was played by an actress named Marcia Rod. However, after the pilot was completed and the decision was made to move forward with the series, the producers determined that the character of Jenny was not essential for the show. They believed that her presence might distract viewers from the lead actress, Bonnie Franklin, who played the main character, Anne Romano. Because of this, Marcia Rod was replaced, and the character of Jenny was removed from the storyline. This decision helped keep the focus on the core family and their everyday challenges, which was the heart of the show. The change also allowed the series to streamline its cast and storytelling, making it more centered around the relationships and issues faced by the main characters. This behind-the-scenes decision played a part in shaping the show's success and its focus on family dynamics. Since Jenny was only part of the pilot and not the final series, viewers saw a different cast when the show aired regularly. Over time, the show became well-loved for its humor and relatable stories about home life, especially those involving Bonnie Franklin and the other main characters. The fact that the character of Jenny was replaced early on shows how producers often make quick decisions to improve the show's overall appeal and keep it focused on what they believe will connect best with the audience. In the end, this change helped One Day at a Time become a popular sitcom that many viewers fondly remember.
Book home to study.
You know, I just realized something. I'm sitting here with a pocket full.
After the departure of Richard Masur and his character David Kane, the show needed to adjust to the new situation and fill the gap left behind. Therefore, during the 1976-77 season of the television series One Day at a Time, a new character was reintroduced to maintain continuity and keep the story engaging for viewers. This character was brought back into the storyline and was played by actress Mary Louise Wilson. Her return was carefully planned to ensure the show's dynamics remained intact while giving fans a familiar face. The decision to reintroduce this character helped bridge the transition period after Richard Masur's departure and prevented the series from losing its charm. The character's reintroduction was significant for the show's ongoing development and contributed to the season's success. It also allowed the storyline to expand in new directions while honoring the history that had already been established. By introducing this character again, the writers managed to create a smooth storyline flow during a time of change, and the audience was able to continue connecting with the familiar characters they loved. The character's return by Mary Louise Wilson became a notable moment in the series and demonstrated how the show adapted to changes while maintaining its core appeal. After many episodes of the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, the storyline took a dramatic turn involving conflict and departure. As the season progressed, tensions grew behind the scenes, primarily centered around actress Bonnie Franklin, who played the mother, Anne Romano. It was reported that Franklin began feeling increasingly uncomfortable due to conflicts with another actress on set, leading to feelings of being overshadowed or upstaged by her. These tensions created a difficult working environment, and rumors circulated that Franklin was unhappy with how her character was being portrayed or how the new actress was receiving more attention. By the end of the season, these issues reached a breaking point, and the actress in question eventually vanished from the series. Her departure was seen as a direct result of these conflicts, which contributed to her decision to leave. Franklin's feelings of being ignored or undervalued fueled the backstage disagreements, and her exit marked a significant change in the show's cast and storyline. The series continued without her, but the conflict and her departure remained a notable moment in the show's history. These events highlighted the often complex relationships between actors and the impact of personal dynamics on television production. As the season closed, the reported tensions between Franklin and the other actress remained unresolved, and her character's absence reflected the underlying issues that had led to her full departure from One Day at a Time.
Which means que pasa, baby. And then she looks at me like this.
Since the actors Richard Masur and Mary Louise Wilson left the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, they have both publicly stated that they chose to leave the show of their own accord. They made clear that they were not fired or asked to leave by the producers. Instead, they decided to exit because they were concerned about the show's overall quality. Both actors were familiar with the style of television that All in the Family represented, and they felt that One Day at a Time did not meet the same high standards. Richard Masur and Mary Louise Wilson were both familiar faces on television, as they had appeared in other shows before joining One Day at a Time. Their departure was seen as a reflection of their desire to maintain their professional integrity and ensure that the show's quality would not suffer. They believed that leaving was the best way to protect their reputations and to stay true to the standards they valued. The decision to exit was driven by their disagreement with the direction the show was taking, reflecting their concern for the quality of the production. Both actors expressed respect for the show and its cast, but felt that their departure was necessary to uphold their personal standards. Their leaving marked a significant moment in the show's history, highlighting the importance they placed on quality and integrity in their work. It also served as a reminder that actors sometimes make tough choices based on their principles, even when it means stepping away from popular productions. Their decision to leave was about more than just the show. It was about maintaining their professional values and ensuring that their work stayed true to their standards. They strongly emphasized that they enjoyed their time on the show, but felt the need to part ways to preserve their reputation and artistic integrity. Although their exit was a notable event during the show's run, it underscored the importance of quality in television production and the personal choices actors make based on their beliefs. This decision reflected their dedication to their craft and their desire for the kind of television that met their expectations. Ultimately, their departure was a clear statement about their commitment to maintaining high standards in their acting careers.
Am I late?
I'm late.
Well, you'll just have to forgive me.
While discussing the TV series One Day at a Time from 1975, it is interesting to consider the behind-the-scenes gossip about the exits of certain characters and the perspective of actors like Mary Louise Wilson. Rumors suggest that Bonnie Franklin, who played the mother, was unhappy with a character played by Wilson. It is said that Franklin demanded the firing of this character because she believed that the character was taking away her spotlight as a strong single woman on the show. Franklin wanted to maintain her image as the center of the series, and the presence of certain other characters seemed to threaten that. On the other hand, Mary Louise Wilson, who played the character, claims she begged to be written off the show because she felt uncomfortable or wanted to move on. However, reports from behind the scenes indicate that Franklin was complaining that this character was stealing her thunder, which led to her insisting that the character be removed. The truth likely falls somewhere in the middle, with both actors having their own reasons and frustrations. Nonetheless, it is clear that both characters were asked to leave the show, and these disagreements played a part in how the series evolved. This controversy sheds light on the tensions that can exist behind the camera, even in a popular sitcom. The decision for certain characters to exit often involves complex dynamics, and in this case, it seems that personal rivalries and the desire for a strong, consistent character presence influenced the show's direction. Over time, this behind-the-scenes drama helped shape the storylines and character development, contributing to the show's eventual success as it moved forward without those original characters.
It's just a hurry. Sam, how is he doing?
His heart won't start.
Go. He's dead. I've killed him.
After watching the TV series One Day at a Time from 1975, it becomes clear that the two girls, Valerie Bertinelli and Mackenzie Phillips, had strong musical connections that added a special touch to the show. Mackenzie Phillips, in particular, had a deep link to the music world through her family. She was the daughter of John Phillips, who was the founder and lead singer of the famous folk rock group The Mamas and the Papas. This group was one of the most influential in the 1960s and helped shape the sound of that era with hits like California Dreamin' and Monday, Monday. The show's connection to such a legacy gave Mackenzie a unique background and perhaps inspired her performances. Valerie Bertinelli, although not related to these musical legends, shared the stage with Mackenzie and was part of a show that celebrated diversity and cultural influence. The series, in its own way, linked itself to these big names in rock and roll history, making the children's stories more enriched by real-world music stories. Additionally, Mackenzie Phillips had ties to the Beach Boys, another essential group in rock history that brought the sound of surf rock and harmonies to the forefront of American music. Although Valerie Bertinelli's connections to these bands were not direct, her work alongside Mackenzie Phillips created a scene where the legacies of the Mamas and the Papas, the Beach Boys, and even the legendary Van Halen, with which Mackenzie Phillips had some musical influence, intersected in popular culture through this show. This blend of acting and musical history provided viewers with a layered experience, tying entertainment with the iconic successes of these timeless bands. Years later, Fans and historians look back at One Day at a Time as not just a sitcom, but as a reflection of the era's cultural and musical crossroads.
Something is, when you get a good recipe, it's like you want to get it patented, Go ahead, talk, go ahead. I'm going to go up.
During the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, there were interesting connections related to music and personal lives of the cast members. John Phillips, a well-known musician, was best friends with Brian Wilson, who was a founding member of the Beach Boys. Their friendship was strong and influential, and it eventually led to a musical collaboration between their daughters. These daughters formed a hit music group called Wilson Phillips, which gained fame in the 1990s. This family connection brought together two iconic figures in American pop and rock music, creating a legacy that spanned generations. Meanwhile, Valerie Bertinelli, one of the show's stars, experienced her own significant personal milestone during this period. She was married to Eddie Van Halen, the legendary guitarist and co-founder of the rock band Van Halen. Interestingly, Bertinelli was still working on the TV show One Day at a Time when she married Van Halen, showing how her career and personal life intersected at that time. Her marriage to Van Halen was a notable event in her life, adding to her public profile outside of her acting career. All these connections highlight how the world of entertainment often intertwines music, television, and personal relationships. The friendships among famous musicians, the rise of family groups like Wilson Phillips, and the personal milestones of actors like Valerie Bertinelli all reflect a vibrant period in entertainment history, the story of One Day at a Time, and these intertwined lives demonstrates how personal and professional worlds can combine in unexpected and memorable ways.
I'm serious, Barbara. My dad could solve the whole thing if he just moved back in with Mom.
While discussing the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, it is interesting to note the connection to Shelley Fabares, who made a notable impact both on the show and in the music world. Shelley Fabares, best known for her role as Anne Romano's rival, brought a lot of energy to the series with her character. Besides her acting career, she also had a successful career in music. In the early 60s, she released a Billboard Hot 100 hit called Johnny Angel, which became very popular at the time. This adds an interesting layer to the show because it is filled with ties to musical talent. Many of the actors and characters had connections to the entertainment industry beyond television, making the series stand out. The show reflected the period's culture and was known not only for its comedy and storytelling but also for its relationship with music and performers from that era. Shelley Fabares' musical success, especially with Johnny Angel, shows the crossover of talent during that time. Her appearance in the series can be seen as a bridge between television and pop music, illustrating how entertainment sectors often intertwined. The show's popularity and the talents involved contributed to its lasting appeal, which is still remembered today. Fans and viewers could enjoy stories about family life and relationships while also recognizing the musical achievements of cast members like Shelley Fabares. Overall, One Day at a Time in 1975 remains notable for its blend of comedy, family values, and the many connections to the musical scene of the 1960s and 70s. Shelley Fabares' hit song and acting career exemplify the vibrant crossover of pop culture during that exciting period in entertainment history.
Thanks. Why are you having a meeting here? Why not at the office?
Mom, the blue napkins got jammed in back of the drawer that looked like...
After the original series of One Day at a Time ended in 1979, there were ideas to create a spin-off show focusing on Snyder, one of the popular characters on the sitcom. The creators and producers thought that Snyder's character had enough popularity and potential to carry his own series. They envisioned a new show that would explore his life and adventures beyond the setting of the original series, giving viewers more insight into his background and relationships. However, these plans never materialized into an actual show, and the spin-off was never produced. One interesting detail about the unmade spin-off was that it would have featured Snyder's family, specifically his nephew. In the final episode of One Day at a Time, a character believed to be Snyder's nephew was introduced, and this character was going to be played by actor Corey Feldman. The inclusion of the nephew was supposed to set the stage for the spin-off, showing a different side of Snyder's life and adding a new dimension to the character's story. Despite the promising concept and casting choices, the project was ultimately abandoned, and the planned spin-off never came to fruition. Fans of the show often wonder about these unproduced ideas, and what could have been if the plans had come to life. The idea of exploring Snyder's life more deeply and focusing on his family connections remains a fascinating part of the show's history, even if it was never realized on screen. The fact that Corey Feldman was considered for the role adds an interesting layer to the story, as it hints at the type of character that the spin-off might have featured. These unused plans show how television series often have many ideas and directions that, for one reason or another, are never pursued or completed. Still, the possibility of a Snyder spin-off continues to be a point of curiosity and interest among longtime fans of One Day at a Time.
Just she and the bird and little blue and white pooper scooper.
After a while, it is interesting to learn that Mackenzie Phillips and Corey Feldman, two actors from the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, actually crossed paths and became close in later years. Despite their different starting points, they shared a common background as child stars who faced many challenges growing up in Hollywood. Both Phillips and Feldman experienced the harsh reality of fame at a young age, which often leads to difficult struggles with substance abuse and addiction. Because they had been shaped by similar hardships, they found comfort in each other as they worked on overcoming their past. Over the years, they became involved in Hollywood's Alcoholics Anonymous program, trying to break free from their addictions and rebuild their lives. Their stories show how the pressures of fame can affect young actors, and how finding support and understanding from someone with the same experiences can be very helpful. Their friendship developed not only from shared struggles, but also from the hope of healing and moving forward. Even though they started as strangers, they grew closer as they worked toward recovery, showing that sometimes difficult experiences can lead to strong bonds and new beginnings. In the end, their journey reflects the challenges many child stars face, and the possibility of hope and change through mutual support.
Wash.
Until she left the sunroof open on her Mercedes.
Car wash. Isn't that wonderful? The reason for deciding...
During the run of the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, Valerie Bertinelli, who played the daughter on the show, has openly admitted to dabbling in drugs during this period. However, she emphasizes that her drug use never became a serious problem like it did for some of her fellow cast members, such as Corey and Mackenzie. This contrast highlights how substance use affected different actors in very different ways. The series was filmed in Hollywood, and the taping location was consistent throughout most of its run. Initially, the show was taped at Metro Media Square, where it remained until 1982. During this time, the environment was studio-based, with the cast and crew working before a live studio audience, which added to the lively and authentic feel of the show. After 1982, the production location changed to Universal Studios, where filming continued until 1984. This move likely provided a different atmosphere and facilities while allowing the show to maintain its popularity. Filming in these renowned Hollywood studios helped give the series a polished look and easy access to the necessary resources for production. Throughout its run, the combination of talented actors, a relatable family story, and convenient filming locations contributed to the show's success and enduring popularity among viewers.
And we always suspected that she and Grandpa were having an affair.
That old dog.
Once you start watching the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, you immediately notice the memorable theme song that will surely catch your ear every time you hear it. The song is called This Is It, and it was composed by songwriter Jeff Barry along with his wife Nancy Barry. The musical tune has a catchy melody that sets the tone of the show and brings a warm feeling of nostalgia. As the opening credits begin, viewers see a film sequence that was originally shot to introduce the show. This sequence shows Anne, Julie, and Barbara excitedly moving into their new home, a moment full of joy and hope. Watching these opening scenes always reminds older audiences of the happiness and new beginnings that the show highlighted through the years. It's fun to see One Day at a Time in syndication because it allows us to drift back into the past and remember how this show made us feel. The opening credits with the song and the moving scenes help create a familiar atmosphere for viewers, making them feel connected to the characters and their everyday lives. This combination of music and imagery helped make One Day at a Time a beloved show well remembered for its warm moments and relatable stories. Many fans enjoy watching these opening scenes because they bring back a simpler time filled with laughter and family experiences. The charm of the theme song and the opening sequence continues to invite viewers into the world of Anne, Julie, and Barbara as they start a new chapter in their lives. Watching these moments always reminds people of the happiness and excitement that comes with new beginnings and family adventures.
Hi, Mom. I didn't expect you until Friday. And not have me help you with the wedding?
As we wrap up our look at One Day at a Time, there's more to uncover that goes beyond the main story. In the upcoming bonus segment, we will dive into the lives of the talented cast members who brought this beloved series to life. You'll discover surprising details about their journeys after the cameras stopped rolling, including remarkable successes, unexpected turns, and how they continue to influence the entertainment world today. Some cast members found new paths in acting, while others stepped away to pursue different ventures, and a few faced personal challenges along the way. This behind-the-scenes look reveals angles you haven't seen before, making their stories not just memorable, but truly captivating. Stay tuned as we reveal what happened behind the scenes, and how those familiar faces evolved long after the show's final episode. The secrets and surprises awaiting you will deepen your understanding of this iconic series, and its enduring legacy. Prepare for an eye-opening journey into the lives behind the beloved characters you grew up watching.
In the Yucatan, I was dating a little Mayan lass.
Ron Rifkin portrayed Nick Handress in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a role that marked a brief but memorable departure from his later stage and screen accomplishments. His character was complex, embodying a man haunted by past mistakes and struggling with personal demons, which reflected Rifkin's ability to bring depth and darkness to his performances. After the series ended, Rifkin's career took a different direction, focusing on theater and film, yet he remained a figure shrouded in mystery. Rumors circulated about personal hardships and internal struggles, but concrete details were scarce, adding an air of enigma around his private life. Rifkin's career faced several challenges, including a period of relative obscurity and the toll of the intense emotional roles he often played. Notably, he kept a low profile during the 1980s after achieving mainstream success, leading some to question whether personal tragedies or external pressures affected him deeply. There were whispers of substance abuse and emotional scars from the demanding nature of acting, though no official confirmation ever emerged. In recent years, Rifkin largely withdrew from the public eye, with the last verifiable information indicating he was living quietly, perhaps still grappling with the shadows of his past. His life remains marked by unanswered questions, leaving him a figure of intrigue in Hollywood's darker corners.
Down at the building maintenance union, we call a sledgehammer.
You're worried, aren't you?
Howard Hesseman portrayed Sam Royer in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a role that showcased his talent for blending humor with a subtle underlying darkness. His character was known for a gritty, no-nonsense attitude, giving the show a sharper edge. After the series ended, Hesseman's career took a complex path, marked by both notable successes and personal struggles. He navigated typecasting and the changing landscape of television, often appearing in supporting roles that played on his established persona. Behind the scenes, Hesseman's life was shadowed by several hardships. He faced turbulent relationships and battled substance abuse, which he publicly acknowledged as part of his ongoing personal battles. Controversies and mental health issues surfaced occasionally, revealing a man haunted by his past decisions and the weight of fame. His later years were marked by financial difficulties and health problems, a stark contrast to his earlier success. Despite these challenges, he continued to act, seeking roles that reflected his depth and experience. The last known information about Hesseman suggests he withdrew from public life in his later years, living quietly away from the spotlight, grappling with the scars of a tumultuous life. Today, he remains a figure whose complex legacy stirs curiosity, hinting at stories behind the curtain that never fully unfolded.
You went out?
Oh, well, Shauna, what are you doing here? Still working on that switch?
No.
Mackenzie Phillips is not known for playing Julie Cooper in the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time. Instead, she gained fame as the daughter of John Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas, and as an actress involved in intense personal struggles and scandals. Phillips' career began with promising roles, but was overshadowed by her tumultuous personal life. Her history is marked by substance abuse, mental health issues, and controversial incidents. In her late teens, she developed an addiction to drugs and alcohol, which led to multiple arrests and public humiliations. She claimed to have experienced sexual abuse by her father, a revelation that further deepened her personal darkness. Phillips faced legal troubles, including arrests for drug possession and theft, which tore at her reputation and stability. Despite these hardships, she continued to work sporadically in television and film, often wrestling with her demons behind the scenes. Her life has been a series of public crises, brief recoveries, and relapses, making her a tragic figure in Hollywood. The last publicly available information indicates she remains in recovery, but continues to confront personal demons. Her story continues as a stark reminder of the cost of fame, addiction, and unresolved trauma.
Master. Free clinic. Yes, we're open 24 hours.
Greg Evigan portrayed Doug in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a role that showcased his ability to embody a caring yet complex character navigating life's difficulties. The role was crucial early in his career, displaying a mix of vulnerability and strength that garnered attention, but also placed him under intense scrutiny. Following the show's end, Evigan's career took a sharp turn, marked by a series of auditions and less prominent roles that failed to equal his initial momentum. His personal life became clouded with hardships, including struggles with addiction that led to periods of public disgrace. Rumors of scandals surfaced involving leaked private information and accusations that threatened his reputation, casting a dark shadow over his career and leaving fans uncertain of his stability. Behind the scenes, Evigan faced financial difficulties and mental health challenges, battling depression after his career decline. Despite these hardships, he made sporadic attempts to return to acting, yet never achieved the same level of prominence. The last known reports suggest Evigan withdrew from the public eye completely, choosing obscurity over publicity. His story remains one of talent tainted by personal turmoil, a reminder of the fleeting nature of fame and the harsh realities behind the brightest screens.
Bob, but wait, Bob, I'm coming. Bob, wait a minute. Are you all right?
Valerie Bertinella's portrayal of Barbara Cooper in 1975 made her a recognizable face early in her career. As a single mother navigating the struggles of family life, Barbara's character revealed strength amid hardship, capturing audiences' sympathy and attention. Bertinella's performance brought a raw honesty to the role, highlighting the daily battles of working-class women, and established her as a promising young actress. After the show ended, Bertinelli faced a series of personal challenges that would shape her life profoundly. Her career was marked by struggles with weight and body image, which led to emotional and physical battles that she openly discussed later in her life, revealing dark periods of depression and self-doubt. In her personal life, Bertinelli endured significant hardships, including tumultuous relationships and battles with addiction, which publicly challenged her resilience. Her marriage to actor Eddie Van Halen brought moments of happiness, but also tension, especially amid Van Halen's own struggles with substance abuse. Bertinella's candidness about these struggles revealed a woman fighting internal demons. Recent years have seen her focus on health, sobriety, and self-acceptance, but her journey has been marked by pain and perseverance. The most recent updates indicate she continues to share her story openly, inspiring many with her resilience. Her story remains a testament to enduring hardship and finding strength in vulnerability.
Wait a second. The ERA can't do that, can they?
Nedra Vols portrayed Emily, a supporting character in the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time. Her role was subtle yet significant, embodying the quiet resilience often overlooked in television narratives. Vols' performance brought a layer of depth to her character, highlighting the complexities faced by ordinary women navigating a changing America. Born in 1898, Nedra Vols' career spanned over 5 decades, yet her late-in-life success remains a testament to her perseverance. After the show ended, she continued to act but faced personal hardships that cast shadows over her later years. Rumors whisper of financial struggles and health issues that hampered her legacy from gaining widespread recognition beyond her brief fame. Her personal life was marred by secret hardships, sporadic scandals surrounding alleged affairs, and legal disputes with family members emerged quietly in the twilight of her life. Though details remain obscure, she was known to keep her private suffering hidden behind a composed exterior, which only deepened the air of mystery surrounding her. The last verified information about Nedra Vols suggests she lived quietly in California, away from the glare of the spotlight, until her death in 2003. Her life remains a quiet echo of perseverance, haunted by unspoken struggles and the elusive nature of true recognition. Richard Masur played the role of David Kane in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time. His character was a significant part of the show's fabric, embodying a complex blend of confidence an underlying tension that reflected the social issues of the era. Masher's portrayal revealed a man wrestling with personal struggles beneath a composed exterior, hinting at deeper conflicts that resonated with viewers facing their own hardships. After the show concluded, Masher's career took a varied trajectory marked by both notable successes and intense personal challenges. He transitioned into character roles in numerous films and television series, often portraying compelling, sometimes darker characters, highlighting his acting versatility. Off-screen, Masher faced several personal hardships, including health issues that severely impacted his career and personal life. Rumors of scandals and struggles with addiction surfaced over the years, casting shadows that complicated his public image. Despite these setbacks, he persisted in the entertainment industry, demonstrating resilience. In recent years, Masher has largely kept a low profile, with limited public appearances and sparse interviews. The latest available information indicates that he remains alive, but maintains a private life, avoiding the spotlight to focus on personal healing. His enduring legacy is one of acting talent tempered by personal resilience amid a life shadowed by adversity.
Or whatever it was, just in case, just to keep him informed.
Joseph Campanella portrayed Ed Cooper in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a role that showcased his depth as an actor capable of portraying complex characters caught in everyday struggles. His character was pivotal, offering a realistic and often poignant depiction of a man grappling with the challenges of family and societal change, reflecting Campanella's signature talent for portraying layered, authentic personalities. Beyond this role, Campanella's career was marked by a steady progression through television and film, earning respect for his versatility and intensity, yet he remained a somewhat elusive figure outside the spotlight. His personal life, however, was fraught with hardship and mystery. He faced multiple personal tragedies, including the death of loved ones that deeply affected him, though details remain scarce. Rumors circulated about strained relationships and struggles with health issues, but he kept his private life deliberately guarded. His career also faced darker moments. Rumors of professional disputes and conflicts with industry insiders cast shadows over his later years. Despite these challenges, Campanella persisted in his craft, rarely revealing much about his inner turmoil. His final public appearances were sparse, and recent uncertainties surround his current status, with some reports suggesting ongoing health struggles or possible withdrawal from public life. As of the last known information, Joseph Campanella remains a mysterious figure, his true inner world concealed behind a facade of respectability and quiet resilience.
Moods.
Okay, listen up. Whoever...
Jim Hutton portrayed Dr. Paul Curran in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time. His role was that of a compassionate and dedicated doctor who often found himself caught between personal struggles and professional duties. Hutton's performance was marked by a quiet intensity, revealing a man haunted by secrets and inner turmoil beneath a calm exterior. This character reflected Hutton's own complex personality, which he carried beyond the screen into his real life. After completing the show, Hutton's career took a darker turn as he struggled with addiction and personal scandals that overshadowed his acting achievements. Rumors circulated about mental health issues and financial troubles, painting a picture of a man fighting internal demons named addiction and depression. His life was marred by a series of hardships that he rarely disclosed publicly, yet authoritarian control and substance abuse seemed to dominate his later years. Hutton's relationships were often tumultuous. He battled personal demons that strained his ties with friends and family. The final years of his life were filled with mystery and silence as he withdrew from public view. His death marked the end of a turbulent journey, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and unfulfilled potential. Recent reports suggest that Hutton died alone, his struggles unresolved until the end. His story remains shrouded in darkness, a reminder of the toll hidden hardships can take. The true details of his final days remain unknown, but his legacy endures as a reminder of the human cost behind the glamour.
She got your father to do that?
Sure, he's a new man since he met Candy.
Well, can't tell you how...
Boyd Gaines portrayed Mark Royer in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a character whose presence embodied the complexities of family relationships and personal struggles. Gaines's role was notable for its subtle depth, capturing the inner turmoil of a man trying to balance his duties and desires amid a turbulent household. His performance stood out during a time when television was beginning to explore more nuanced portrayals of men's emotional lives. After the show ended, Gaines' career took a different path, marked by a dedication to theater alongside sporadic television appearances. He became known for his stage work, earning critical acclaim and multiple Tony Award nominations for his performances in various productions. Despite professional success, his personal life was marred by periods of hardship and controversy. Rumors circulated of personal scandals, and he faced difficulties balancing the pressures of fame with family stability. Gaines' life has been marked by moments of darkness, including struggles with mental health that he rarely publicly discussed, adding a layer of mysterious vulnerability to his persona. In recent years, little public information has surfaced, leading to an air of quiet detachment from the limelight. The last known updates suggest that Boyd Gaines has retreated from the public eye, focusing on personal reflection. His story remains one of talent shadowed by unseen battles, a reminder of the hidden struggles many face behind outward success.
Listen, I'm going to give it to her when she comes today, okay?
Hey, it's just a letter.
It's just a letter. It's just a letter. Mom,
Shelley Fabares portrayed Francine Webster in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a role that displayed her ability to embody a spirited, sometimes complex woman caught between independence and societal expectations. The character's depth offered Fabares a chance to explore more mature themes in her acting, contrasting with her earlier wholesome image. Following the show's end, Fabares' career was marked by a decline in prominent roles, yet she maintained a quiet presence in the entertainment world. Behind the scenes, her life was marred by personal struggles that overshadowed her professional achievements. Rumors circulated of strained relationships with colleagues and personal hardships that included battles with health issues and financial difficulties. Despite her early fame, she faced challenges maintaining relevance in Hollywood, which took an emotional toll. She was linked to scandals involving substance abuse, though she kept these struggles largely private, fueling a sense of mystery and darkness around her life. In later years, Fabares withdrew from the public eye, leading a reclusive existence. The latest information suggests she remains out of the spotlight, living a quiet life away from the entertainment world. Her story is a reminder of the hidden costs behind fame and the resilience required to endure personal and professional hardship in a relentless industry.
Gotta get my flashlight.
Hold it a minute, Schneider. What's going on
Just
with my
gotta get my
mom?
flashlight.
Do know.
Yes, I know.
Okay, then.
Chuck McCann portrayed Beer Belly in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a role that showcased his comedic talent and ability to bring a quirky, memorable character to life. Beer Belly was a colorful figure, embodying the eccentric side of 1970s television humor, but the role also subtly hinted at the darker undercurrents of McCann's career. Following the show's end, McCann faced a series of personal and professional hardships that overshadowed his earlier success. His career was marred by battles with industry decline, struggles to find meaningful work amid changing television landscapes, and financial difficulties that pushed him into obscurity. Rumors circulated about substance abuse and mental health challenges, though concrete evidence remains elusive. There were whispers of scandal surrounding his later years, but no verified reports of legal issues or serious personal misconduct. Despite these dark clouds, McCann's influence persisted. He was admired for his versatility and early contributions to comedy and voice acting. The last known information indicates that McCann withdrew from public life in the late 1990s, living quietly until his death, which remains somewhat obscured by time and limited media coverage. The true depth of his personal struggles continues to be a subject of speculation, leaving his life story partially shrouded in mystery.
Ankle looks great, Mark. Now you can do anything you want, except maybe jump off.
John Hillerman's portrayal of Mr. Connors in 1975 on the television series One Day at a Time showcased his talent for playing stern, authoritative characters with a subtle depth. His role was small but impactful, embodying the strict, sometimes stern persona that left a lasting impression on viewers. After the show's end, Hillerman's career took a quieter path, marked by a deliberate avoidance of the Hollywood spotlight, contrasting his on-screen persona with his off-screen privacy. Despite lingering fame from his role, less was known about his personal life, which was shrouded in mystery and guarded from the public. Rumors circulated about struggles with alcoholism and personal demons, though these were never confirmed. Hillerman was known to keep a low profile, avoiding scandals or public controversy, which added an aura of darkness around his life. He was reputed to have faced hardship in maintaining relationships and balancing fame with personal stability. The final known information about Hillerman is that he retired from acting in later years, living a quiet life away from the media glare. His death was not widely reported, leaving his later years and reasons for withdrawal somewhat obscure. The true nature of his personal journey remains largely private, perhaps intentionally so.
Excuse my appearance. I've just been working with leather.
Dick O'Neill portrayed Orville in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a role that emphasized his ability to embody complex, aging characters. His portrayal was crafted with a quiet depth, hinting at a life filled with unspoken regrets and hidden struggles. O'Neill's performance reflected a man who carried the weight of past hardships, subtly revealing his character's resilience amid personal hardship. O'Neill's career spanned decades, marked by a series of intense, often shadowed roles that pushed him beyond the conventional. Outside the camera, his life was riddled with personal challenges and scandals that remained largely concealed from the public eye. Rumors circulated regarding his tumultuous relationships, possible substance abuse, and financial difficulties that haunted him long after his acting days. His later years were marred by privacy struggles as health issues surfaced, and his reputation was overshadowed by whispers of failed ventures and accusations of misconduct, though none were definitively proven. The last known information suggests O'Neill withdrew from the public scene, retreating into obscurity as his health declined. Despite the darkness surrounding his final years, he left behind a legacy of intense, transformative performances that continue to resonate with those who seek his true story.
I'm talking about Barbara and...
Oh, you and the girls. Oh, yeah, of course. Excuse me. I just had a...
Michael Lembeck portrayed Max Horvath in the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, a role that seemed minor but hinted at deeper complexities. Lembeck's performance was noted for its subtle tension, suggesting a darker side beneath the character's surface. Following his appearance, Lembeck's career took an unpredictable turn, shifting from television to a more obscure path marked by personal struggles and controversy. Rumors circulated about substance abuse and conflicts with colleagues, though these were never fully substantiated. Off-screen, Lembeck faced hardships that included financial difficulties and estranged family relationships, which contributed to his shadowy reputation. His life was marred by allegations of scandal and secrecy, fueling speculation about secret battles with demons that haunted him long after his brief stardom. Despite several attempts to revive his career, Lembeck remained elusive, retreating from the limelight. The most recent information suggests he withdrew completely from public life, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. His story embodies the mysterious decline of a once promising actor, shrouded in shadows of the past and unanswered mysteries.
I gotta talk to somebody. Even you.
Peter Jason portrayed Cam Randolph in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, bringing a subtle yet compelling presence to the role. His character, though not central, served as a critical part of the narrative, reflecting the complexities of family dynamics during that era. Jason's performance was marked by a quiet intensity, hinting at deeper struggles beneath the surface, which resonated with viewers who appreciated layered storytelling. Beyond his role on television, Peter Jason's career spanned decades, with a reputation for intense acting and a diverse range of supporting roles in film and TV. However, his personal life remained shrouded in mystery. Records reveal no significant scandals or public controversies involving him. The lack of media attention on his private affairs suggests a deliberate choice to keep his life out of the limelight, adding an air of intrigue. Throughout his career, Jason endured typical hardships faced by actors, such as fluctuating job opportunities and the challenge of maintaining relevance in a fast-changing industry. His later years appear to have been marked by a quiet, private existence, with little information available about recent activities or health. As of the last known reports, Peter Jason remains a figure of intrigue, an actor whose career was both prolific and profoundly private, leaving many questions about his personal journey unanswered.
They said their names were Nina, Pinta, and Maria.
Why don't you folks have a seat?
Nanette Fabre portrayed Grandma Catherine Romano in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, taking on the role of a caring, but sometimes stern matriarch whose presence added depth and emotional weight to the show. Her character often reflected the struggles of aging, family loyalty, and life's hardships, mirroring Fabre's own experience of balancing personal pain with professional resilience. Fabre's career surpassed her role as Grandma, known for her musical talent, stage presence, and voice work. But her life was marred by significant hardships. She battled multiple sclerosis for many years, which gradually impaired her mobility, but never dimmed her artistic spirit. Her personal life was also punctuated by tragedies. She experienced the loss of her brother to war, and endured the emotional toll of her husband's death in a plane crash. Although her career flourished through the 1950s and 1960s, Fabre faced controversy when her outspoken support for civil rights clashed with mainstream entertainment industry standards, fueling rumors of professional exile. Her later years were marked by health struggles and a decline in public profile, yet she remained revered by peers for her talent and resilience. The last known reports indicate she retired from public life sometime in the late 1990s, living a quiet life away from the spotlight until her passing. Her enduring legacy is one of artistic brilliance shadowed by personal suffering, a testament to her strength in the face of ongoing adversity.
Not supposed to be brilliant, you know.
Yeah? Yeah? Well, I don't want to have any part of it.
You are a part of it, punk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what you think so, because when Mom gets here...
Fran Ryan portrayed Eve in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, embodying a character marked by quiet resilience and subtle strength. Her role, though not the lead, added a layer of depth and realism to the show, reflecting her ability to bring complexity to minor but meaningful parts. Ryan's performance was notable for its understated presence, allowing her to inject a sense of warmth and authenticity into her character. After the series ended, Ryan's career continued with sporadic roles in television and film, but she remained largely under the radar, avoiding the limelight. Behind the scenes, her life was marked by personal hardships that darkened the glow of her career. She faced financial struggles, which she rarely spoke of publicly, and rumors of health issues suggested a challenging path. Scandals surrounding her personal life remain unconfirmed, but whispers of estranged relationships and possible brushes with legal troubles have circulated, adding a layer of mystery around her later years. The most recent information indicates that Fran Ryan withdrew from the entertainment industry entirely, living a quiet life away from media attention. Her last public appearance was over a decade ago, leaving her current whereabouts and health status shrouded in uncertainty. As a figure in Hollywood's shadow, her life reflects a mix of artistic dedication and personal struggle, a reminder of the fragile line between fame and obscurity.
Talking about trouble, a woman is out for blood.
Hi! Hi!
Bonnie Franklin famously portrayed Anne Romano in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time, a role that defined her career. As Anne Romano, she personified a strong, resilient single mother, navigating the challenges of raising two daughters in a changing world. Her portrayal captured the struggles of independence, family conflict, and personal sacrifice, making her a relatable figure for many viewers. Franklin's portrayal was marked by her piercing presence and emotional depth, establishing her as a symbol of strength amidst adversity. After the series ended in 1984, Franklin faced a series of personal hardships. She struggled with health issues, including complications from chronic illnesses, which often kept her out of the spotlight. Her career saw declines, and she faced difficulties finding roles that matched her earlier success, leading to periods of financial instability. Franklin's personal life was marked by tragedies, including the loss of loved ones and battles with illness, which she kept largely private. Despite these struggles, she maintained a resilient spirit, often speaking about her desire to inspire others facing hardships. In her later years, Franklin was involved in charity work and supporting causes related to health. The last known information indicates she remained out of the public eye before her death in 2013. A quiet end to a career rooted in resilience and talent. Her life was a complex tapestry of achievement, struggle, and quiet perseverance.
Julie, this man cannot stay here. It is not reasonable, it isn't safe, it isn't sanitary.
Pat Harrington Jr. is remembered for his role as Dwayne F. Schneider in the 1975 television series One Day at a Time. As Schneider, he played the grumpy, wisecracking building superintendent, a character who masked deeper insecurities with humor and bluster. His portrayal was marked by a sharp comedic timing that made him memorable, yet beneath the humor, there was an undercurrent of vulnerability that hinted at personal struggles. Harrington's career was long and varied, but his role in the series propelled him into the national spotlight. Off-screen, his life was shadowed by moments of personal hardship and turmoil. He faced health issues later in life, battling medical challenges that cast a dark cloud over his final years. Rumors circulated about behind-the-scenes conflicts and struggles with his identity, adding an air of mystery surrounding his personal life. Harrington's career saw ups and downs, with later years marked by obscurity and attempts to find new roles. The most recent information suggests that he remained a private person, avoiding media attention. His passing marked the end of a complex life filled with both comic brilliance and silent battles. His legacy endures through his significant contribution to television comedy, yet the full depths of his private life remain largely undisclosed, leaving behind questions that invite curiosity and reflection.
All of them? You got it. Have you ever known me to do anything halfway?
One Day at a Time was a beloved TV series that captured the hearts of many viewers during the 1970s. It followed the lives of a single mother, Anne, and her two teenage daughters as they navigated everyday challenges, friendship, and family struggles. The show was known for its honest portrayal of issues like divorce, race relations, and mental health, which were rarely addressed on television at the time. Its cast, including Bonnie Franklin, Mackenzie Phillips, and Valerie Bertinelli, became household names, and their characters' stories resonated deeply with audiences. Over the years, the actors' lives changed, with some facing personal trials, career shifts, or advocacy work. Watching the series now brings back a wave of nostalgia for those simpler times, and the lessons learned from those relatable stories. Did you watch One Day at a Time in your childhood? Do you remember the moments or episodes that stuck with you? We would love to hear your stories. Please share your memories in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey.
That's probably Jeannie now. She wants to meet you.